Hello, good evening. Good evening. I think I'm supposed to be live now. Hello, Ali. Thank you for coming in and joining me. Yeah, I'm nervous tonight because well, this is what I am painting. I am at a different camera angle because I had to move it over so I can see when I've got them on, which is all the more fun, isn't it? See me with a nice pair of big eye goggly glasses. So I'm just going to final shake up of some of the paints that I'm thinking may need a little bit of a touch up or a final shake just in case they are needed. Now this is, and I've forgotten the name of him already. He's got a name. I've forgotten his name. Well, I need to go in to check the YouTube thingy and bobs anyway, so I can actually post stuff. And he's called Pawkus. That is what he's called. He's called Pawcus. So that is who we're going to be painting this evening. Now, one session for the kitty cat, and he'll be done hopefully. Now, he's a bobcat, and I've been requested by Sparkles, who you'll all know in the chat, to paint him as accurately as I can to a bobtail, sorry, not a bobcat, a bobtail. The bobtail, so I've been asked to paint him as accurately as possible to a bobtail. But he's also got a nice, what looks like tigery pelt thing on his back, so I'm going to be doing that as well. I'm going to need a few different colours. And a mixture of contrasts and normal paints and washes and various other things. That thing glued on the stick is Pawcus. That is the kitty cat I will be painting this evening. He's not glued. I've blue tacked him on. No, there's no. I don't think there's actually official artwork for him. Is there official artwork for him? Whoa. Supposed to kind of is if I can get to the bottom of this thing. Yeah, so Pawkus is this bobtail barbarian kitty cat, and that's the full set of 6 that I will eventually be painting. Cleo the Ranger, Sorcerer, a Cleric, Rogue, and Wizard. Just so you can see, that's where they all are at the moment. Absolutely tiny little diddy things. That's why I'm only doing them one at a time. I don't think my eyes could take doing all 6 at once. So Pawcus is the first one. And the first colour I want to go for is going to be for his pelts on his back. So I'm going to be needing orange. And I'm going to be needing the dark brown. Now, I did get a couple of browns out because I do want to do some leathers. But I also want to be doing... Right, okay. I know which one I'm going to be doing stripes with now. That helps. I do have my tea. Mrs. Sparkles and the family are doing okay. Thank you very much, Al. I believe Miss Sparkles will be watching. No, she's actually coming down just to. I don't know what's coming down. She forgot a cup of tea. That's what she's forgotten.
Minnie Les might be watching as well, so watch your language.
I've been told Minnie Les may be watching as well, so I need to watch my language. I really need to watch my language. So that is also a warning for you in chat that Mini Me may be watching, so please don't give me any reason to go off on one, and don't give me any reason to start saying things. You will likely just be told to be quiet, do not say those comments on this one, and told to go away. There is a child watching that I can't really stop because he's watching with his mother upstairs. And he wants to watch Daddy, so fair enough. So, on we go to the goggles. And if I bang this camera, I am really, really sorry. Mick, you're all right because he won't be reading much of the chat, I don't think, or hope. It's just occasionally we'll get a chatter, as you've noticed once or twice, that will say something or cause me to have to respond in a certain manner. So I'd rather not have to do that while somebody's watching if I can. If it happens, I'd rather not, but I still will. Okay, so now what I try and paint this bloody thing. This is just ridiculous. Through these goggles, it looks like I'm painting with a house brush. It's just getting, that's just daft. They can, that's me banging into that. Yeah, they can be ginger, they can be brown. My camera can just decide it's going to spring up for no reason. Ginger, brown, or a kind of tan, yellowy color you can get away with as well for them. Which, because I'm going for a tiger pelt across his back, it's going to be more of a yellowy tan color I'm going to go for. There is going to be an element of ginger in it, but the bright orange is going to be on his back. Mostly cover to almost suggest that it's taken down a bigger cat than itself. With the tiger being absolutely huge compared to a bobtail. Good evening, Joey. Good evening. I can just about see that out the corner of my eye that the chat's going on. And anything out the front of, yeah, I can't see nothing out of these glasses unless I get it in the right place. Can't see nothing out of them. So in this case, it is all going to be out of positioning, and really trying my damnedest not to make any mistakes in the first place, because correcting them on this is just going to be so difficult. I don't want to be correcting. I mean, it's not going to be too bad if I have to either slightly go over the stripes that I'm going to do in a minute. That's not too bad. What I don't want to do is accidentally paint something that's going to be a lighter color, or so somewhere it's going to be ivory. And I want to be painting that bright orange first. Colors generally don't cover that well. Whew. In fact, tonight, Joe, I do actually have. In fact, I should be. I should. That's two, in fact, in a very short period of time. One, I should be painting in this shirt, and two, I'm still wearing the shirt because I've still found out I've not lost it again. And so I'm kind of aiming to make this my streaming shirt. So we've got a constant advertisement for you on my channel on all streams going forward. For those of you who like interviews of varied, very, very varied and diverse subjects and guests. Comedians, actors, some political, I believe. Yep, it is, Mick. It is. Apparently, we've already had one. I wasn't aware of it until after the fact. But then again, I'm not part of the correct Facebook groups or following those people on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it now. Now, is that part of his pelt or is that part of his? Yeah, that's part of his pelt. That's not actually part of his skin. And that's the trouble I'm having with some of these bits. Finding out which is pelt and which is skin. I didn't so much mean Facebook, Mick. It's more the like the Twittery side of things. Seems to be where it seems to be. If you're looking to get and become part of and find out the things that are happening and when they're happening, that seems to be the better place to go than Facebook. Mainly because Facebook, you're probably going to get doxxed and told, and yeah. Not saying that X doesn't work with services, but general opinion is one does a little bit more than the other. Okay, trying to make sure I get in all these little places is not easy. See, and I've just found some pelt that I've missed. I'm already going to have to give my eyes a break in a second. These goggles and the glasses are really putting a strain on me. So you've got to keep it within a certain point of focus And if you lose it, everything just goes blurry. So keeping the model still, keeping my hands still, and keeping my head still. Rather important at the moment. Which means I should probably stop yapping. But then that'll be dead air and not very fun to listen to. Not that I'm fun to listen to anyway. But something's better than nothing. So I can paint Tony the Tiger. Let's see if I can get it in there. It's great. Okay, now for the brown. Now I know there's going to be parts where I have to use a much smaller brush than this. And this is my size 0, which might be the largest brush I actually use on this entire project. Now I know tigers are supposed to have black stripes, but I don't want it to be completely tiger-esque. You can get clamps and different things, but I find this is much more flexible and easy because sometimes you need to flip the model upside down to get to something that's underneath there, or having it on something that's maneuverable, especially when it's something this small, certainly makes a difference. I do have a couple of painting handles for all the Warhammer stuff that'll fit most of my infantry on. I think I'll fit all my infantry on. One at a time, of course, not all at the same time. Geez, that'll be a big handle. If I could fit an entire army on one handle. I don't know if that'll be a blessing or a boon for painting. Just to have them all there in front of you is one daunting, great big task. Like, got to paint them all at once. Go on. I don't want to. It's too many. Painting these brown stripes is becoming a bit of a pain. Yeah, because there are some people who do use like clamps and have the model permanently just do not move, stay there. I'll move around you. But I'm more sat in a stationary position. I need the model itself to be flexible. Having a handle as opposed to a clamp. Makes it a lot easier. In my opinion, anyway. But that's just my opinion. Like now, for instance, I can see there's some awkward little ones I could do with, having it as a different angle in my hand. Just so I can get in behind there. Sorry for being so quiet at the moment. I'm concentrating quite hard on this to try and make sure I get everything covered. As I said, ideally I don't want to have to come back in and do a load of cleaning up. I shall have to have done this once I've cleared the back. And I know he's done here. It's a little more over his side. It's where it's a little darker. Just to try and brighten up and crispen up those contrasting lines. Right, now let's have a look at. So you can see the tiger stripe starting to come through on the back of him there now. Whew. Ah, my eyes have gone funny. Okay. So next was going to be sticking him back on the stick, first of all. Next is going to be leather armor, and then I'll move on to his actual fur. But yes, have a sip of my tea. Have a sip of my tea. Thank you very much. It's also weird because I've got the head thing on, I've got my hat on, and I've got the earphones on. I feel like I'm kind of, yeah, it's odd. Right, so all right, leather. See, now I can write all that off as fur. Oh, that's fur. So it doesn't so much have too much leather on him, which is nice. Which means I can get the Steel Legion drab out on it, and then I can have a go. I would put my glasses on with these. Give me a minute, let me clean them. And put the camera back. Stop looking at my mess. Don't look at my mess. It's not that messy, honest. Honestly, it's not as messy as that just showed. If the glasses are clean, because they really need it. Well, the only way I'll find out. Right, let's put them on. Put that back over there. Right, what colour do I was after the Steel Legion drab that was on? I've got leather straps to do. And there are a fair few of them. But not one of I can get it. There we go. Absolute thing. Do not use a dry brush. Even when you're dry brushing, use a wet brush. Or a damp brush at least. My overall vision doesn't really change. It might come into, it might slightly come into focus a little bit quicker, but that's about the only thing it changes. But still, if it's coming into focus quicker, I can't really complain about that because it means I can get there quicker. Quicker it comes into focus, quicker I can paint. All right, that's one of the toothy things, isn't it? That's all I've scrap there. And that's a leather strap. And I've just decided there's some little bands around his neck that are going to be leather straps as well. I mean, as he's running across the landing like a herd of elephants. If he can still hear me on Mum's computer, he shouldn't be running around like that. Okay, that was just a case of the brush was too big for it. Hawky day. Hawky day. Now these skulls aren't going to be leather, they are going to be ivory. I'm just toning them up a little bit beforehand, so when I put the ivory on, it will be a little bit brighter than if I put it directly over the black. I'll do the same on this one. As soon as I'm using the colour, I might as well carry on. Use it in all the places that I intended to. Make sure you're getting all the crevices and all the cracks that you need. I mean, it's great having the black undertone and having washes to be able to hide your mistakes. But some mistakes are just too big that even a wash won't hide. So try and make sure you don't make those. Okay, I believe that is the leather work done. One more bit of bone that I missed. Actually, a couple more bits of bone that I missed. That's one. That's one. And there's a tooth fang thing there. Oh no, there's three of them. There's three of them. I didn't even see that. It is doing reasonably quickly at the moment, Ali, because I'm not putting particularly large, thick layers on. So in the case of this brown, I'm only putting it on really to highlight the bits that I don't want in the fur colour. Because there are quite a few bits that aren't going to be fur. It's not fur. Oh, God, that's a northern accent coming out for you, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to pop that down for a second. Whew. I'm going to start my light out because I think my light's dimmed for some reason. No? It's just not. Ah, it was too high. Does that mean I'm now going to smack into it with my glasses? Oh. Okay. Fire giant orange speed paint to do on the back, which is what I forgot to do in the first place. Which I kind of wanted to thin out as much as possible and use that as a wash on this, on the back part. I forgot to do that. So really thin it out. Oh, hopefully deepen that. Yeah, there you go. That's much. That's a much deeper orange. It is delicate. Delicate is definitely one way to put this. But rewarding is another way. Because once you actually finish a model, I do actually have a colour of. I have multiple variants actually. However, Sparkles did find one that was painted already. That looks okay, and the basis of it, which is why I've taken the tiger print from for doing the back piece, even though it kind of insinuates that itself anyway. So yeah, once I found out the type of, once I found out it was a bobtail, I went and had a look at what bobtails look like, and decided, right, okay, I can go with quite a almost tanny type color for its general fur. And then if I give it the right wash over the top of it as well, it should work it should work. And look, hopefully, after a dry brush and a couple of other stages of highlights and things. Why am I using a great big whopping brush when I'm... Well, I know why I was using it, because it was a large area, but still. I have references, but I also... References are just that. It's just like, look at this. This is how you could do it. Do it however you want, really, though. So, yeah, the colour schemes. Although, I'm trying to get them close to what the actual ones would be. I don't intend to get it 100%. After all, it is also a barbarian. So it's definitely coming from a fantasy world. It has wizard friends and sorcerer friends and rogue friends. So for it to be slightly different colour wouldn't be too unheard of. Or at least that's what I'm saying. And as I've been given free rein to a degree. Why on earth not? See, to be quite honest, I could paint these as trousers. But it wouldn't look right. Certainly wouldn't look right. I'm just not 100% sure on the wash that I will be giving this over the skin tone, over the fur tone. Obviously, I give the back a very orange wash. This is going to be a very yellow fur tone. So I'm debating, do I give it the same orange wash or do I give it more of a bone wash? Oh, the questions. The choices. Either way, I'll probably be coming back over it with a dry brush or something's a layer or highlight of this shade of yellow that I'm painting now. Or maybe a slightly toned down version mixed with ivory. Just so it's not as bright and gaudy against other things that aren't the same kind of tone as it. Because that's always the difficult part, is to keep everything in the tone. Good evening, BEB. How are you doing? I have not posted the link, have I? Well, one moment. I knew there's something I forgot to do. There's always something I forget to do. And no one ever reminds me. That's the wrong thing entirely. What? What's he doing? Go away. Right, I may disappear for a second. Okay, I have no idea what happened then, but now I can copy the thing that I wanted to do. And now I can actually put that in there. That's all right, Ali. It wasn't you who set that one off. That reminder was EB, who reminded me about that one that I forgot to do. Perhaps I should have been reminded when Joey came in, because Joey might have wanted the link as well, not realizing, concentrating at the time. This is the son of a... How on earth are you supposed to... Don't know, it's not Amber. It's not Amber. And geez, EB, yeah. Lock the things down, mate. You know what the rain and wind are like near you. Make sure everything's locked down. All windows, doors, and everything else shut. Aircon running full whack, because you can't have all the windows and doors shut where you are without suffering. Oh, crap. Let's go Smoney's axe. I didn't mean to. Tiny little bit there. Come on. There we go. Now, where was I painting? Forgot which bit I was doing now. Oh, yeah, that one. It was down here. Off the blue tack. Just let me paint the fur. Not even around to the front of him yet. Oh yeah, no, that's not good. Yeah, you look after yourself there, man. No stupid. I'm gonna go driving right in the middle of it because we need something that you don't need. Keep yourself safe. Keep you and the family safe. We get weather warnings, and it's more like, take your coat with you, you idiot. It's got to shut down. You get weather warnings, it's like, wind's going to try to kill you. Bit of a difference. No, again, I'm going to apologize that my head spends the majority of my streams looking down, which is why I have this camera so you can actually see what I'm painting. Yeah, see? No messing about. If you can get the necessities in way before without risking, go for it. Make sure you've got like bread, milk, toilet roll. You know, the simple things. Then you get the fuck back home. I just realized I was swearing. Mrs. Lad may be coming down to shout at me in the moment if Minnie Me's still watching. I thought she's just going to tell Daddy said a bad word. Don't you copy that? Oh yeah, definitely out of the town. By this point, the stores will be pointless going to. I should imagine, unless they've miraculously had a restock halfway through the day. Which, let's face it, they probably won't. They'll just wait until after it's all gone over and then restock. Tell you what, Pawcus, you've got a lot of hidden fur places. I'm not liking it. I am not liking it. Thank you very much, Rebecca. This is the first time I'm painting something this small, and it is really testing my eyes. But it's fun. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I mean, I've got most of the base coloring down so far. I've just got to now do a lot of highlighting and finish up little colors now. And it's the acts that I'm not looking forward to the most because I intend to do hopefully a blended stage of blues. But we shall find how well that goes when I get to it. So next stage will be silver, I believe, because I need to do the grief bits, the bits around the end. Oh. Just pop them up and have a bit of a drink because this it's taking a lot of concentration. And thank you very much, Rebecca. Thank you very much indeed. I try and keep these as regular as I can. So if you wish to pop in again on any of the future ones, just for a little heads up for those people who are here, this one and the next 5 are all going to be based around the cats and catacombs. So there's going to be a kitty every week. So those of you who do like cats, it's a double bonus. You can thank Sparkles for that one because they are all her models after all. That she ordered for me. There's also Dungeons and Dogs, but well, she's a cat lover, so it makes more sense that I got a cat. I'm just dreading if a volume 2 comes out. I really am dreading if a volume 2 comes out. So, yeah, these things are not very big to start with, and I don't want to be using that brush. That is too huge. That is too huge. That is just my getting paint out brush. Bring my super magnifying glasses back on. Try and get it in the right place. I don't remember which brush I need to use. Yeah, you might be able to do it in one actually. So we'll go with this one. We'll go with the number 2. Barbarians in most D&D games, they're not allowed to, or at least as far as I'm aware, most games like that follow that type of system. Barbarians don't usually wear armor, but bracers and greaves don't classify as armor, even though they can give you an armor base. It's weird. I don't understand it, but hey, it means Barbarian Kitty gets to wear a bit of metal, have some bling. Well, as I'm a miniature model painter, as long as the model can be added to something, whether, say in this case, put a small, I don't know, attach a keychain somewhere, then yeah, they could be used as models once varnished. They are plastic, these ones that I'm doing, but if you can buy metal models. I would look for some, but I've just cleared my desk and I know where all my metal models are now, and they're in a tub underneath. So I can't. They're not quite to hand at the moment, and they're not in the same vein as this is. They're very much more sci-fi orientated. But as far as models, painting anything pretty much goes, as long as it's there as a model, it's possible. Let's see, do they actually shine up on them? Back 2 don't seem to be picking up much of a shine, do they? And I've just painted a great big section of it. I need to be great silver because I'm an idiot. It's a great thing about working with water-based paints at this moment. To make something more permanent, as you're saying there, Rebecca, to make something for a charm or something, might be better off with oil-based paints and then sealing them properly. But that's something I'd have to find out if I was to try to paint something like that. With these being the original concept of are going to be small display pieces for my partner. are possibly usable as character pieces. She wants me to run a campaign for her. She's willing to find other players though, because she's got 6 characters. Okay, so ivory. Define all the skull bits, and then we're going for the grey, and then we decide on what we're washing the skin tone in. The skin tone? The fur tone. Fur tone. I don't have to do skin tone until I have to paint the Sphinx. Yay! I'm really looking forward to painting a Sphinx. Right, I'm going to need 2 brushes. Start with you and we'll do the 2 skulls. Just forgot rule 1 myself. Don't paint with a dry brush. Go back to the old school method of using your mouth to clean off the brush. Because that's what happens when you start really early. You learn a lot of bad habits. I don't want to lose all of that brown that I put on earlier. Nah, don't fall off. I don't want to get enough on to make sure that you can see it's a skull. Now, I know it's really hard to see the level of what's going on here and what I'm actually painting properly. Once I've finished this, tomorrow I'll pop up pictures on Instagram that hopefully will show it a little clearer and in a better light than what is currently available. Why have I lost my focus? Oh, there it is. I'll certainly try and get all the raised areas, particularly around the bases of the eyes and as it's coming down towards the face. So we could pick out any nose sections. And it stands out a little bit more that way. Yes, apparently Rebecca makes jewelry. Now, I am in the middle of the stream, so I'm afraid I can't go. Won't go check out right this second. However, I will have a look at. I'm assuming your channel name is also your screen name, Rebecca. So we can all go check that out at our leisure. But please do, because regardless of the size of the channel, it only exists really because of the viewers and the subscribers. And on that note, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to force you to. I can't force you to. I might be on the other side of the world to you. Oh, so I've got MTG Arena. I've got to log in again, open all my deck, open all my packs, sort all my decks out. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare, I think. And then I'm also teaching my son how to play Pokemon trading card game as well. We've got about 5 decks of that I've got to learn properly. I played one game. He beat me. He whooped my backside. Might be a bit of an exaggeration to say whooped my backside, but he definitely won. I can't deny that. It's 6 prize cards to 5. Mainly because he knocked out my big. You get to claim double prizes if you knock it out Pokemon. But it helped me make a bit of a comeback, so I'm just wishing I hadn't have knocked it out. I just realised something. I forgot the pause. Don't shout at me. I didn't mean to forget the pause. Okay. I didn't mean to forget the pause. Please be still. No. Okay. You go down there. Pawcus, stay down there. Right, enough paint to do your pause. I'm going to correct that error. All right, mate. Side. Wherever I just dumped that big chunk of. Not anywhere particularly noticeable. So yeah, we're all right. It's not like I slapped it right in the middle of his skull or anything. I'm glad I took my tablets tonight before I started. Okay, this just makes it even worse because that wasn't even in focus then. I had to kind of guess out of focus because I couldn't physically get it in focus. That is not fun at all. I shall have a sip in a moment. Oh, I'm seeing how it's looking on camera. And compared to the black and white thing it was looking like earlier, it's not looking too bad. It's a card game, Ali. Really good card game. The very fact that it's a broken card game is what makes it awesome. Because you get to play with all the mechanics, and yeah, it's weird, but it's a very. Biggest thing that I like about it now, more than anything that I've seen that now that I've played Pokemon, is you don't discard your land every time you lose a creature. Whereas on Pokemon, yeah, you lose the creature, you lose the bloody energy that's on it. I was like, wait a minute. I've only got like 20 energy in the deck to start with. You can't go taking that off me like that. Apparently it can. Okay, so which is the... That's the dark grey. So that's the one I wish to use first. This is also the homemade mixed grey that I got to use through the airbrush. I'm going to call it the alley grey because it's mixed up with the 2 paints that she sent me. Both the black and the primer. So that'll be the alley grey. That is it down. paint all the fur around there while all that dries. And while I wait for this grey to dry, I'll decide what wash I'm going to give the fur. Because you're going to get a lighter grey over the top of it. And I am welcoming possibly volume control people. Volume control. This is Joey of Square Table Degenerates.
Hey, buddy. What's going on?
Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Check him out. I can hear you fine. I'm just advertising you.
Perfect. What's popping, bud? How you doing today?
But popping is my head right now. It is hurting.
Uh-oh. You got a headache, do you? You need more medical marijuana.
More? I don't get it to start with.
Well, you need to get it to start with, and then you need more of it.
That sounds like a better option. Get it to start with, and then get more of it.
We'll talk to the NHS people and see what we could do. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I can find out who's in charge of the NHS medical marijuana program, or at least somebody in that chain of command. Bring them on the show. I like the way you're thinking, buddy. Let's do this. All right. Director.
Okay. So that's how we're going to start. That's how we're going to start the revolution for England and the UK. Going to be between me and Joey and whoever this director person is on a painting.
All right, I'm going to type into Google Director of England NHS Medical Marijuana Program, but I got to type it weird because you guys spell program different than we do. Let's see.
Yep, we spell it properly. That's these glasses that are giving me a headache. I have to keep taking breaks and coming out of it just to regain my focus and my basic. Oh, so this is what my eyes actually look like when I'm trying to look normally and how I can see. And now to hopefully not completely fuck up correcting this.
I had to book my flight to DC for this thing. I should have done it a couple weeks ago because, like, I was going to do a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'll just wait till my check comes in. But fuck, the price is like double. I mean, they're reimbursing me for it, but still, like, even though like the flight options have diminished, like there was nonstops there, nonstops back when I first looked. Now there's a nonstop there, but on the way back I had to have a connector. But so it was like, whatever though. Should be still fun though.
How can you fly to DC?
From the 17th to the 23rd, there's this thing called this podcasting conference. It's called, I should know the name of this because they're paying me to go to this event, but Podcasting Evolutions, I think it's called. And it's billed as, I could give me a moment, I'll link it, but it's the world's biggest podcasting trade show, I think. This guy, Jared, I'm in his group, podcasting. It's basically the group is from that organization. And I contribute a lot. He just messaged me out the blue. He was a Navy vet and I'm an Air Force vet, so I think that's how we connected. But he's just like, hey, man, we need somebody to, help run this conference for a week. We'll pay for your hotel and airfare and give you $500 and food and all that. And I was like, you'll be doing shit like greeting guests, setting up chairs, stuff like that. I was like, fuck yeah, sign me up, shit.
Easy work, easy money, food paid, hotel paid.
Easy, dude. Well, I get to schmooze people too. I mean, everybody's gonna be relaxed and chill. You know how, because like all the vendors are gonna be wanting to sell stuff, so they're gonna be all chill and relaxed, and all the people there are gonna want to sell their show and be relaxed and chill. So everybody's just gonna be eager and fun. And I got nothing to sell, bro. I can just sit back and fucking relax, dude. You know what I mean? So, because you know me, I got no agenda. I just want to get up here and get high. Obviously, I'm not going to. During the, quote unquote duty day when shit's going on, I'm not gonna, fucking sit there and sneak off in the balcony and smoke weed while there's 500 people in line. But, after work, shit like that, you never know. We'll have some fun and kick it. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Hopefully I get to meet some, I haven't really recognize any like names. I mean, there's names in like the podcasting world, so to speak, but like in terms of like big names, like I haven't really seen anybody yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, Tim Pool, Joe Rogan, none of those names have popped.
Yeah, they're not gonna. Those guys are way above stuff like this, but
yeah, so it's like I'm not seeing anyone like that, but there may be one or two that you might go, oh, actually, I recognize you now that I've seen you in face, I've seen you on blah 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 blah.
Well, dude, the hotel itself is the Gaylord Hotel and Event Center. I think it's in Silver Springs, Maryland.
Say that again.
It's called the Gaylord. Hold on,
I'll get
I know to you people, Gaylord's a funny word. It is what it is.
I can see why they invited you. That's all I want to say.
It's called. Hold on, I gotta find the name of this fucking thing. Also, Chesney Hawks is gonna be on September 23rd at 9 a.m. really early.
Is that a selling point? Really?
That's something totally different. And then what we're talking about.
Right. Okay, good. I thought I was gonna say is that a selling point to say Chesney Hawks is gonna be there?
No, Chesney Hawks is gonna be on the show, not at the conference.
Whew.
All right, what was I looking for? Oh, this
So you've got Chesney Hawks up.
Yes.
Is it going to be the one and only time? Sorry, I couldn't help it.
That was funny because it's been a minute since I heard that song, so it did make me laugh. What was I doing? Oh, I gotta find this fucking. Oh, here we go. No, hold on, that's not it. Texas, that's not it either. Hold on. Fresh manner, information plus can ignore too much.
Oh crap, that's like way too much of that blue. That might be just the right amount actually to mix through.
All right, I gotta send the wife's going out with her. I want to say it's her high school buddies,
but you can't remember, so you're gonna just guess at that.
No, she needs a couple bucks to buy stuff. I'll send her $50. And it's like even if she doesn't spend it on that, she's just gonna she's spending on food for the family. She doesn't really do much. I mean, that came out wrong. She doesn't really do much in terms of she's not really inexpensive. Like she'll go out and have one drink, and that's it. Like it's not like she's gonna go out and have a fucking 12-pack and then 4 margaritas and 5 shots. I mean, she's
not going out and getting tanked with the girls. She's just going out for a drink.
Literally. Yeah. I've never been in. I was in the Cub Scout parade with Jimmy a couple times, but I've never been in a veterans parade. And it's wild because where this is coming up, last way you're wondering this. Allie posted a picture on Facebook of an Irish parade, and some guys were marching. And I was like, man, we never, because when I was a kid back in '91, I remember, I think it was 1991. Whenever Desert Storm ended, I remember they had a parade for some guys, and they even brought back some of the Vietnam guys because they're like, oh, we didn't have a parade for the Vietnam guys, so let's do that too. And like, there's never been a parade for the War on Terror veterans. There never has for Iraq or Afghanistan. I should push that up. Just have one day. Just take off. We'll call it National Iraq and Afghanistan or War on Veterans Terror Day or some shit, and just fucking throw a big party. I'm gonna push this somehow. I think we can get this done. Big ass parade, big ass party. People would love that, bro. People love an excuse to party. I mean, it would fund itself, bro, through weed and fucking liquor advertisements. So, I think this is a good idea. Allie, you're a gold mine for great ideas. I got to write both of these ideas down, actually. The idea to find the NHS weed director and the fucking parade and party for the OEF veterans. All right. Weed director, NHS. All right, 14 OIF / OEF parade with beer and weed. All right. I had to delete some of these things I've already done. All right, I've ordered the GoPro, so I don't need to put that on there anymore. I've already done the Walmart list, so I don't have to put that up anymore.
Is the GoPro for when you're riding your hairdryer?
Well, I still have the old one. I got this one right here is the newer one. This one I could actually stream with. It's I mean the old one I could stream with too, but I had to have that cam link thing hooked up. This one actually has a software built in. All you gotta do is plug it in, and I do that along with that stick. Fucking it's perfect. You know what I mean?
All right, so it's for when you're out and about.
Right, the stick is floatable. It's like when I was in the ocean and shit, but the thing doesn't sink to the bottom; it just floats because this thing's buoyant. You know what I mean? It's fucking great.
I don't think it's a GoPro, but it's essentially the same thing. That's what that is. It's not quite a GoPro. It's a different named brand version of the same type of idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dash cam, head cam thing.
Yeah, this has a mount for like on my motorcycle helmet or on the helmet. There's this mount goes. It's a universal mount. I can mount it in a hat. And I've done that. Like this. You just drive around in the. And my channel is a couple bikes, a couple videos that I did when I was on the Vespa. Yeah, exactly, Ali. It's St. Patrick's Day type parade. 100%.
Yeah, Ali, do you do the Whitwarts in the particular part of Ireland you're in?
She's in. I can type in the private chat where she's. I know where she's at.
I know roughly where she's at, which is why I'm asking this.
If you look at Ireland like this, she's like right here-ish. That's a horrible representation of Ireland.
Yeah,
it's kind of like middle. I want to say middle northwesternish.
Compared to
if you divide the island up into 10 quadrants, you'd probably be like 6 up, 3 over. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Ali, but I'm because I looked at the county in the map and it's like any Irish county. It's kind of middle. If it's not on the coast, it's in the middle of nowhere. So
I'll type it in because it's a.
Well, I know 2 interesting factoids, lads. I'll tell you these 2 facts. The country of Ireland had more people in 1850 than it does now, and the city of Cleveland had more people in 1900 than it does now, which is wild.
I think that's how you spell it. He said usually a religious thing, so a lot of churches will be involved, church bands and things, and usually Catholics will go on one day and Protestants will go on another. So I would imagine it would work similar for you, if not quite the same, because I don't know necessarily Protestants would go out and do theirs, but so. Yeah, there are a few, but that's a parade that even I used to take part in as a kid, and they still do now, as far as I'm aware, through Manchester. And it'd be like 40 or 50 churches, as well as a few like Cub Scout groups and Girl Guide groups and things on a parade through Manchester.
Yeah, that's the only parade I did was with. They do a memorial parade in town every year, and the scouts do it. And I got dressed up in uniform and just marched with the scouts. But that wasn't like an official, thing. And I suppose if I pushed for it, I could be like, hey, the city council or whatever, can me and a couple, veterans walking the parade is all they do it in a heartbeat. But I mean, it'd be nice to have some kind of like official day. You know what I mean? Just for closure for the American people, even too, because it seems like that war never ended, dude. It's that Afghanistan exit left a real bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So I don't know. We'll see.
Something to go. Here we actually acknowledge this shit happened.
Right here, we're just kind of like whatever. Ooh, man, the outfits on the runners this year for the women, man, they keep. And you guys know me, man. I'm a boobs guy usually. Don't get me wrong. I like a good ass, but man, these shorts. And the girls, the Olympics this year, fuck.
Do you mean the ones that don't exist?
I'm not gonna lie. It's not usually it's the beach volleyball because the bikinis do, but like the other sports, man, chicks just run around and it looks like they're wearing bathing suits. I'm really loving the uniform cut, man. It's let's say what you want. The Olympics are sexual. It's about beautiful bodies and the things they do. And if you can't ogle them, then why are you fucking here? So I appreciate who's ever designing uniforms this year for all these lovely female athletes.
Thank you very much for clarifying that, Sparkles. I didn't know that. Sparkles is the missus upstairs, by the way, Joey.
Oh, that's your wife?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the party, Mrs. Lazarino. We're here to rock the house and have some fun. I see your husband in action. He's you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, he's completely oblivious to anything else female in the world. You're all right.
He just kind of sits there. He doesn't really do much.
No.
Last we're talking about here. When I say, you've seen him in action. His hobbies include, having a couple beers and just sitting there and painting all day. So it's not like, it's not like this guy's. It's not like I've seen a video or a picture of Laz at the club. Like, I bought another bottle from. He just, you know what I mean? He's not going to spend $1,500 on a fucking bottle of booze for no reason. He doesn't give a fuck.
I'm not going to spend $1,500 on a bottle of booze. Just full stop.
Right, literally.
Just like, what? Okay. How much? No, that's got to go on Tesco club price after sooner or later.
Right? Imagine spending $1,500 on a bottle of booze. You almost have to say, "Wow, this is the best booze ever." Because even if it tastes like shit, you can't. Well, you can look like an idiot if you're like, "Oh, this booze tastes like shit." I paid $1,500 for it.
To be quite honest, if I had the money, every birthday, Father's Day, and Christmas, my dad would get something that equivalent. If I had the money.
Yeah, I mean it's. I mean we gotta be real at this point. We're all well old. We're past the age where we're gonna make like that kind of money. Well, we can still make decent money.
Oh no, I'm talking. It's gonna have to be a lottery win for me.
Yeah, I would say win the lottery, but like I never played lottery, so I can't back that up. Like, I mean, I used to play it every once in a blue moon if the jackpot was. I just don't have the energy for it. I really don't want to spend that dollar. I don't. It's and that's weird because I spend money on stupid shit, dude. Like, so I buy some of the stupidest shit imaginable, but the lottery just feels like you throw money away. It really does. Oh, but also check this out. When we was leaving SummerSlam, bro, they gave away these branded SummerSlam branded Prime bottles, right? These things are going for fucking $50-$60 on eBay, dude. These things are legit. It's crazy.
Give it a little bit longer. It'll be going for more.
And then I'll see in a week what I might do a giveaway in the channel. I don't know. We'll see. Because Nikki drank one. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. This is a weird thing to say. The Prime wasn't that bad. I thought it was okay. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was the best thing in the world. But if Prime was the only thing to drink, I would drink it. It's now there's this other one they had called C4, the Ultimate Energy Drink, and it's advertised as 300 milliliters or milligrams of caffeine. That's a fucking lot of caffeine, dude. Like,
yeah,
that might be more caffeine than the Mountain Dew. Right there, 300 milligrams of caffeine.
That's too
I don't know
much.
what's in a fucking. I'm gonna see what's in the Mountain Dew now. Hold on.
That's too much caffeine.
That's way too much, bro. All right, caffeine in Mountain Dew. Enter.
Oh.
All right, so a 16-ounce serving of Mountain Dew has 72 milligrams. So this thing is, I think this is a 16-ouncer. Yeah, so this is one can, 16 ounces. Okay, so this thing's got 4 times more caffeine than a Mountain Dew. Fuck. But no calories though. Shit.
No calories.
No calories, man. Well, I mean, caffeine doesn't have any calories. You think about it, black coffee doesn't have any calories.
True. And that's what gets me through a few days sometimes.
I love us coffee. Well, I used to drink pop back in the day. When I quit smoking cigarettes, I quit drinking coffee back in 07. Or quit drinking pop back in 07. I haven't had it either since. I mean, I've had every now and then. I mean, it's if it's like I'm at a place where there's nothing else to drink, maybe I'll get like a root beer or something. But most of the time, I'll just get a water. You know what I mean?
I'm a tea drinker. I'm an avid tea drinker.
If they had tea as an option, maybe they don't really. I mean, like in most bars or places, they'll usually just have the standard, either.
If it's a bar, then I'm a neat whiskey drinker. I have to be, or a neat spirit drinker.
If it's too late, I'm not gonna order coffee at 7:00 at night, because I know nobody else is gonna do it. That's not fair to the bar. Have them make a big ass pot of coffee just for me to order one thing of coffee.
No. If it was in a bar, it'll be whatever rum, whiskey, whatever's the cheapest one out of the two that's available. And I'll go with that. Okay. That went a hell of a lot better than I was expecting. I just need to get my tiniest of tiniest brushes now. And hope to God I don't fuck up his eyeballs. Oh. You know more about it than I do now, Ali. All I know is that my church used to make me go. And to start with, I held onto a ribbon and walked on with the other children. And then they stuck a pair of bongos with me until I got a march with. That was much harder. All right, so I need. Very
Sorry about that. The wife is outbound, going to her event on a Monday. So that means I get no rules, baby. I mean, that really doesn't change anything. Right? What I'm gonna sit here and party more. I gotta work at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning in downtown Cleveland, so I'm gonna, that's in 12 hours. I gotta get up in about 10, so I can only do so much. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still quite a bit of time. I mean, I could stay up a good 6 hours and still get up for 4. That'd be pushing it. 11's like the last cutoff if I'm getting up at 4. But even that, 4 is like a slow get up. Like I can sleep till 4:30 and still do it. You know what I mean? But I like just dawdling. You know what I mean? I'll get in front of the computer, fucking kill some time on the internet before I do it,
Oh, it's all right for some, isn't it? You just stroll into work whenever they want, spend half an hour having a cup of coffee, just having a mooch about, not actually starting anything.
Well, I'm the first. I'm typically the first one in the office because I get there. Well, we don't even open up till 6. 6 is the office. Well, the building isn't open up until 5:45. You start at 6. I usually get there about 5:50. I'm usually the first one there. And there's not many people. I actually got to figure out where the hell I'm going to go tomorrow. That's a good point because they're working on the office tomorrow, and I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I should probably message. Actually, I should message the boss now. Where's my phone at? Good thing we talked about that.
Oh shit. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen.
All right, here, hold on. I do still have my uniform. I think I got my uniform out here. Let me see if I can find it. I think it still fits, actually. Hold on.
You what? No, not a chance. Is Joey seriously trying to say his uniform still fits him?
I have a whole uniform. I got the coat, the service coat. You see that?
I can't see nothing. All right, cool. Wow, that's a lot of those tag things that they
There's
put across.
I never put the state ribbons on, so that's just federal ribbons. But that one's for graduating basic training, small arms expert. It's something to do with reserve something. Air Force One
Something to do with reserve something.
One of these is on Iraq something. No, that's the Iraq one. That's outstanding unit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what that one is. That's national defense. And there's 2 there because I was technically in during Desert Storm.
Joey, we can't actually see which ones you're pointing to.
And then there's my rank right there in Master Sergeant. Booyah.
Master Sergeant.
There's still this thing still should fit here. It was a 48L in the coat department. Let me see here. This is the coat I had from when I was. Let's see here.
Right, it might fit across the shoulders, but can you button it up?
Now let's see. I might be close. I might be pushing the buttons a little bit, but we'll take a look.
Oh no, you're getting there, mate. You're getting.
Keep in mind, I retired when I was. It's not like I retired. It's not like I did 4 years when I was a kid. I was into my 30s when I retired. So there's the service coat. It looks really cool on this side with all the ribbons and shit.
Basically, yeah, that's the side that looks better because you get to show off.
So it's pushing the buttons a little bit, but it's not too bad. I mean, this would be appropriate for a parade. I think I'd get away with it.
Oh, easily.
All right, I'm gonna go put this back before it fucking gets all weedy and shit. Last thing it needs a military uniform smell like weed.
Yep, dry cleaning is a bitch for those things. Okay. Now, I believe I have accidentally just finished a model in an hour and a half.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm a dick. I'm an idiot. This thing's got fangs.
All right, there we go.
It helps if you actually remember it's got a mouth. So within that mouth, it usually has things like, teeth. In fact, I think I should put me up big just because.
Right, as it says. They didn't come in to see me fucking smoking weed, bro. They came in to see your modeling. Or you're painting, not your modeling, you painting the models. Toy models. You're not like body painting models or anything. You got little. I need to get some water, dude. I'm thirsty as fuck.
Well, I have actually got an airbrush now, so I can do body painting. I can do nails. I can do. I mean, it'll take practice. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I can just do it now. I would have to practice techniques and
my nails are actually pretty manicured right now. There's no ridiculousness going on. I think my nails are all right.
Oh no, my hands are horrible. My hands are absolutely.
Well, I don't do any manual labor. All I do is type, so usually they're not too bad. I do got to get some water. Give me like a couple minutes, not even.
Norris. Darken within the mouth. Then certainly try to brighten up the top and bottom layer. But that's not looking too bad. That is not looking too bad at all. Do I want to add just a trickle of anything within that mouth? First of all, I want to let it dry. I need to let it dry first. And the most boring part about all my streams is I get to watch paint dry. Yeah. Always fun. Watching paint dry. While I'm watching paint dry, I can go find the bits that I missed that I should have done in the bloody first place. Like doing the washes on the friggin' leathers and cleaning them up afterwards because they've spread all over his ass. That's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go on the leather straps. It's around there as well. Hopefully they're going to be dried enough for me to throw that over. And I believe, welcome back by the way, Joey.
Thank you.
And I believe that will be him. Let's get a nice possible. You don't want to focus on that, do you? And you don't want to focus on that. Why is it never? Why can I never find something that it likes to focus on? Something that blanks out enough so I can actually go right now. Focus. You see, that's going to look freaking bit out. Okay, let's see if I can. Pop you on there a minute. I'm going to try cycling through the light colors. Okay, this might help. Nope. I hate camera positioning and photography. Ah, there we go. It's right there at the bottom. I've had to get it at the most stupid possible bloody angle to try and get even any of the detail to show. It does have greeny eyes. Oh, I think I've managed to get the bones and the little teeth on it done. His cuffs done. Let's see what his axe turned out like. His axe has turned out okay.
You know, lads, in the alternate world, there's a bunch of monsters taking a break from battle, and they're painting a bunch of guys on YouTube smoking weed right now.
Well, because I'm painting me, I'll give him that much because I'm on an east.
That would be a great painting, bro. You got like one of the fucking monsters from Warcraft, right? Just sitting there fucking painting us on YouTube.
There is actually somebody who did a model painting a model, which is, but it's a scale model, so it's a model that big, painting a model that would be that big to it, and it's there with one hand like that. But as I always just look at it, it's really well painted, really good model, but yeah, I'm nowhere near that good. So there we have Pawkus, the Barbarian cat, which is the first of the Cats and Catacombs set that I'll be continuing on for the next 5 streams after this. Let's take the blue tack off the bottom because I'm going to need that for the next one. And we have one Pawkus. As I said, I will be taking pictures of him to go on Instagram, so you can get a better quality picture of it rather than the 720p that this is currently displaying at. And it doesn't focus well, so I'm going to have to make sure I've got a good light for it. But that went relatively well as far as I can tell. Thank you very much for everybody. My guests down below now. Joey from Square Table Degenerates. Joey Edibles, if you wanted the full name, just plastered across my chest.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to Ali, to EB, to Sparkles, obviously, and Rebecca as a new subscriber. Thank you very much for coming to join this wonderfully small community that we've started to build. And did I miss anyone? Mick, how could I forget Mick? Mick's been here probably listening the whole time. And yeah, thank you to everybody. Anything you want to say before we go, Joey?
Nah, bro. You're Chesney Hawks, September 23rd, and they're now be in DC, Silver Springs, Maryland, at the Gaylord Hotel and Event Center for the podcast Evolutions from the 17th to the 23rd. If you're in the area, stop out and see me. Other than that, you know the deal. Every Friday night, check us out.
Okay, so Square Table Degenerates again, as I said, on Friday nights. Every Friday night there will be an interview upon Chesney Hawks of all people.
Yeah, Chesney Hawks, September 23rd. That's a Monday, but every Friday night we do a show, but pop-up shows whenever I can get people because we like going live. So
feel free to check him out. And
yes, sir.
Until the end of that, thanks very much and drive safe, everyone.
All right, guys. I'll holler at you.